Okay, now quick news update. All right, Oda just dropped a bomb. Yes, some just came on the timeline. Shout out to my guys and gals that send this to me. I appreciate y'all. Big live action news. We figure out, or Oda reveals to us, the arcs that are going to be covered in season 2 and more information. And so we're not going to waste any time. Let's get right into this bomb. Y'all know we try to cover the live action news as much as possible because we are fans of the live action over here. Shout out to the cast of the live action. Shout out to my guy Matt Owens as well. So yeah, we're really excited for season 2. And so we have an official announcement by Oda, and let's just get right into it. So Oda says, yes, the live action One Piece is currently in production with filming well underway. The story will cover Log Town, Reverse Mountain, Twin Cape, Whiskey Peak, Little Garden, and Drum Island. Okay, so let's park that for a second. We're covering Log Town, Reverse Mountain, Whiskey Peak, Little Garden, and Drum Island. So we're not even getting to Alabasta. So that's interesting. Based on the writing from season 1, I'm going to guess they're going to give us information or previews or sneak peeks in regards to Alabasta in the midst of this run, just because of how big of an arc Alabasta is. Now, I think looking at this, my favorite section or portion probably might be Log Town, but I think Drum Island, depending on Chopper and how Chopper's done, might move me a lot, just because Drum Island, we got to remember what happens in Drum Island with Chopper and Hiruluk and just so many things going on there. Dalton, Luffy had an amazing moment there where he carried, was it Nami and Sanji? So there are a bunch of moments here that they could definitely knock this out of the park. But let's continue, then we'll kind of recap a little bit. So it says, imagine how much it'll cost, LOL. Oda is like a little cheeky sometimes, especially with things like this, because he understands, like the importance of One Piece, but also he's like, hey, it is what it is. It's One Piece. So you better put that money in, because I need it to be right. He says, but whether it's the script or the cast, I continue to insist on this or that, which makes Matt, the showrunner, go, ugh. And shout out to Oda, shout out to Matt, because Oda drew Matt. Like, he has his own drawing by Oda now. Like, this is him, which is amazing. And make Netflix go, no. And Tomorrow Studios go, what? As they all pull their hairs out. All that, even though we grew so close making season 1. So Oda's saying, yeah, I have some demands. I got a lot of demands. There are things that I waver on, but there's some things that it just has to be, and so therefore it is what it is. And he's saying, like, sometimes he drives them crazy, but they have a relationship now. But it's because we all share the same passion for this show. Just as with the last season, they've gone out of their way to promise that they won't put the show out until I'm satisfied. This isn't in the contract, it's a verbal pledge. I hope you can appreciate how amazing and determined they are for keeping their word. And they've certainly proven their ability to bring the world to the screen. Okay, so real quick, he's saying that he's trusted them with this project because they've been loyal to him. It's not in the contract that they have to necessarily go to him with every single thing, right? He doesn't have to approve everything, but they're going out of their way to make sure that he is satisfied with the product. And that's going to lead to a better relationship and just more things happening in general with Netflix. And so we see with the One Piece being created, it makes more sense considering the relationship that Oda has built with, Matt and Netflix and Tomorrow Studios, where he has a trust now where, like, they're going to do my work justice. And of course, you can't go wrong when it's with Studios, I think, handling the One Piece. But, this is showing just some insight on how Oda feels about them in general. And I think this is great. Let's continue, though. I just can't wait to see it. Meanwhile, the previously announced cast is compiled on the official X account, so go check it out. The Grand Line is an even more expansive world. You may wonder, what was the inspiration behind that kingdom? How would it connect to the real world? Naturally, the distinctive cast members have been assembled from around the world, and I can't help but get excited thinking about how the adventure has already begun. So he says here, the Grand Line is an even more expansive world, and he's basically saying the cast reflects I guess, just how grandiose One Piece is, because these people are from all around the world, and that's what he's trying to capture in One Piece. It's that expansive. And so I guess in this case, he's saying, life is imitating art, art is imitating life, and it is basically accentuating what he's trying to deliver in the story of One Piece through this cast and how diverse it is. Because Oda's gone through before just the different places all the Straw Hats would come from. Sanji's from France, like Usopp was Africa, Luffy was Brazil, you know, stuff like that, which is really cool. So these cast members, just how different they are, it's adding to that. This is interesting. He goes on to say, naturally, the distinctive cast members have been assembled from around the world, and I can't help but get excited thinking about how the adventure has already begun. Among those yet to be announced, what about Vivi and Miss All Sunday? What are they doing with Chopper? We can't announce everyone all at once. But starting tomorrow, we'll be announcing more cast members over 3 days, August 21st, 22nd, and 23rd. Look out for those and stay tuned for more exciting updates to come. Wow. Okay. So he's saying within the next 3 days, so probably by the weekend, we'll have more cast members. He specifically points out Vivi, Miss All Sunday, which are two, and Chopper, of course, 3 of the more important characters in the series. It's funny that 2 are Straw Hats and 1 is speculated to become a Straw Hat at some point. Shout out to my guy Randy Troy as well, and a writer on the season 2 of the live action. So proud of just the people that, you know, are working on this project, because even speaking to them, right, I don't know anything. But speaking to them just about their passion for the series, you know, they're in it, bro. They're in it, and they love everything they're doing, and they're One Piece fans just like us. You know, I think that's the thing that makes me the most happy, is that like the people that are working on this show are genuine One Piece fans and they care, right? And you felt that in the first season. And so even though it wasn't perfect, right, I think that's the best we could have possibly gotten. And the reception itself, even from the internet and people that I know, just how they've gravitated to One Piece and like, yo, I love the live action. I like this character. And it's like, there are people that didn't think it would even get close to this. And so they knocked it out of the park. So shout out to them. So I'm just really excited for season 2. So let's finish this. Well, hold on. No, we already finished. Cast members are going to be announced in the next 3 days. I'm excited to see who casts Vivi. Nico Robin is going to be extremely important. Again, I think they're going to have to hint more towards Baroque works, because, I mean, when you get to Whiskey Peak, I think it makes sense to even give us a teaser of Crocodile in Whiskey Peak, just to get the fans ready, even at the end of Drum Island. Drum Island could be fun because we have some Ace stuff that happens in Drum Island. You could tease some Blackbeard stuff as well in Drum Island. So you could make Drum Island really exciting. Whiskey Peak, you could tease some Crocodile stuff. Maybe you can even have a character that wasn't in Whiskey Peak there, right, to tease maybe Bon Cray. You have Bon Cray just be at Whiskey Peak, not like completely changing the story. He doesn't interact. He just goes and he sees them and he reports back. And you just like, you see like his hair or like maybe his face a little bit. You just see something that reminds you of Bon Cray, right? And that would just, for the diehards, we're like, oh, yo, that's Bon Cray, right? For the new people, they're like, oh, who the hell is that? And Little Garden, you know, how they do that, I don't know, because that's going to be insanity. Either way, excitement on the horizon, guys. Let me know what you think. Expectations, how do you feel about it? More news to come, and as it comes, I'll talk about it. All right, so yeah, like, subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, BroccoliAce. Follow me on Instagram, Broccoli.ace. Thank you to my patrons. I appreciate you so much. If you guys want to check out the Patreon, lots of stuff going on over there. Every One Piece reaction. We're watching Dragon Ball right now, watching The Bear, watching Peaky Blinders. All that will be linked below if you want to check it out. We have a good time over there. So yeah, catch you guys in the next one.